Today is base building day, and I have already started right here. Just laid down the foundation basically, and also like the entrances. This right here will be an entrance. There's a dino gate. This here will be another entrance, and here's basically like a back door, I guess. And yeah, this is the foundation. It's just a simple 6x16, and we'll basically split it into two parts in the inside without really having any walls. So you'll see that in a second. And yeah, I just placed down all the entrances, like I said, just to kind of make it easier for me to know where to place what. I know I could just use the template tool thingy, if you know what I mean. I believe it's part of a DLC from the Bob's Tall Tales. But the thing is, I did this base with creative mode on a different map just to kind of try it out, see what I like, what I don't. But I built it with foundations there. And here I've built it with ceilings on pillars because the ground is very uneven here on this point. As you can see, there's a big drop off here, basically like the size of one, or the height of one wall. And if I go back here, you will see, you know, the drop off is much more minimal, especially over here. So obviously the template hammer wouldn't be useful anyways. And sometimes the template hammer doesn't include all the structures, at least in the cases that I've tried. So yeah, I'm just going to build it manually and yeah, kind of take you along with the ride. And then we can also decorate it a bit and obviously put on some structure skins. Yeah. But for right now, let's get this part of the base here up to 4 walls high. I will also include some windows here, but for the moment, just so we get the structural thingy done, I'm just gonna ignore that, and then we can, you know, take out the walls that we need. There we go, we can close that here. This will basically just be a 2x2 entrance, and yeah, we'll obviously make it look a bit prettier in just a second. Alright, I quickly grabbed our parasaur, just so we can get rid of the bushes here, so we can have a bit more open area to build with, and that the bushes don't stick through the structures. Now I'll just place down some stairs right here, and then use the shallow sloped stone pieces here, just like that. Place a ramp. Where's... oh, I went past the ramp. There we go, like so. And then take the quarter ramps, I believe. Quarter ramp, there it is. And place it. Let me just get the snap point, just like that. Like so. Perfect. Then we take some railings, place them like so. And it's still a bit crazy to me that the quarter ramps and quarter ceilings as well, that they cost the same as full-sized ceilings and ramps. I think shouldn't be that way, but yeah, we take it how it is. There we go. Then we place this pillar structure right here, like so, and obviously repeat the same thing on the other side. There we go. And then we also place down some pillars just for the entrance here, and then a quarter or a half pillar, I mean, just on top. All right, I actually made a mistake here with the pillars. Yeah, we can leave that half pillar and also place one here. But then we have to switch to the full stone-sized pillar. And that will basically go all the way up there to the top of the half pillar. Just like that. And we only need that for the snap point right here. For the railing. Because otherwise we wouldn't have the snap point below the quarter ramps. For whatever reason, I don't know. And then we can also, there we go, snap it like so. That wouldn't work otherwise either. And yeah, now we have the railings just like that all around. And the pillars how we want them. And yeah, that is it for the entrance thingy. We'll obviously put structure skins on here. And actually, I forgot one railing. Let me just quickly get that. There we go, because that missing railing goes right there. And yeah, that is basically the main entrance way. It's also, you know, located towards this direction. I assume we'll build some more buildings over here and over there, like maybe a breeding and mutation pen or a greenhouse, etc. Yeah, then this entrance or exit here will be kind of for a good view, I guess. I'll probably do some sort of balcony over here maybe. Because yeah, that is kind of a nice view you have here, you know. And yeah, then over there is obviously a dino gate, so I could bring some creatures in if I have to. And yeah, then this here's, like I said, just a tiny back door to get out of here in this direction. So let's continue with the roof, or starting the roof, I guess. We can just follow up this sloped wall, just like so. As you can see, I placed down some quarter walls right here, just so we have a bit of a tighter entrance and exit. I feel like that just looks a bit better than without quarter walls. All right, now we need some of those 170 roofs that we have here. Let me just place some back there, like so maybe. That should be good for the moment. We also need some quarter walls and quarter ceilings. Why do I only have 3? I should have much more. Yeah, we can craft some. That's okay. All right, then we'll come to the corner and place down a quarter ceiling right here. Use some walls right here and here. Then we will place down some more like so. Pick this one up and place a sloped roof like so. Yeah, then we can place actually another quarter wall right here. And then we will place down our roof on top of that, just like so. And as you can see, this basically now overhangs by a quarter roof amount, if you know what I mean, to the left and also down, like below the wall. And yeah, I'm currently editing and I realized I could have just put on the roof normally and then placed the quarter roof pieces on the bottom and left side. The way I did it here basically just changes the placement so that the quarter pieces will be on the top and on the right side. So yeah, I just made it a bit more complicated than it had to be. There we go. Now we have a gap up there, obviously, and we'll fill that up in a second. But let's just repeat the same process over here and then also place the roof on this side. Just like so. There we go. Then yeah, I actually need to crouch now to get in here. We don't need this stuff anymore. We do need lots of roof pieces. So let's get to our RG and get on top of the roof. It'll be a bit easier. There we go. We're now on top of the roof and we can, whoops, that was right there. We can switch to the, I went past it again, the quarter roof right there. And we'll now fill up this gap here at the top, just like so. Yeah, that obviously formed because we placed down the roofs, you know, with an overlapping of a quarter roof down here. And then also fill up the gap on the sides here. There we go. Because yeah, that basically goes right to that wall that we have set before. And then we'll build a roof on top of that as well. That will also come out by a quarter, like past the wall here. And then we'll be on the same level as this yeah, quarter roof right here. So let's repeat the same process on the other side. Just like so. And yeah, that is basically the left part of our base here, with the roof pretty close to the ground. So we won't place any, you know, huge structures in here. But then the other part here on the right will be a lot more open space, a lot bigger. Yeah, just for some bigger structures, of course. Also, something interesting I noticed here on our base location where we are at almost 50-50. We're at like 48, 49 down here. Look at the temperature in the top left. Right here, it's 38 degrees with the biome or the location being the wilderness. Once I move over here, we're at the Grand Hills with 17 degrees. So yeah, if I ever get too warm, I can just move over here. If I ever get too cold over here, I can just move in this direction. That's great. So enough shenanigans though. Now I have some ceilings here in my inventory and I'm just gonna fill up this whole space here after the height of 3 walls. So we have a nice open space here at the bottom. And yeah, we'll do that across the entire floor except for 2 foundations. There we go. And except those 2 foundations here, foundation ceilings, I mean, we won't place those because those will be where the stairs come in. So yeah, we'll leave that open, of course. And now I can actually grab some more normal walls and sloped walls. And also 6 quarter walls, just like so. There we go. Because we'll place down some sloped walls right here. Then go for a normal wall there and another sloped wall beneath that. There we go. And this, you know, closes off this this gap from the first roof, if you can call it that. And obviously repeat the same thing here on the other side, just like so. Then we still have these quarter walls right here, and we'll place them right beneath the floor, basically, that we just put in, but just to cover also the gap between, or just the distance from roof to roof. This kind of gives it more like a structural vibe, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And then up there, actually, I can just grab 2 more sloped walls real quick. Like so. There we go. And we'll place those down right up there. And yeah, we'll use the structure skin from the Frontier. Actually, I can just put that on right now so you can see it. Switch to the window structure, or the glass structure thingy. And I don't think I can jump high enough. Let me just quickly get onto my RG, and then we can go up here. Just like so. And we can place it here onto those sloped walls. And then, yeah, we can basically kind of look inside our lower floor down there. Kind of cool. All right, next up, we can place down some walls right on the in the corners right here, and then use our sloped walls to kind of fill this up. Yeah, here we'll go all the way up, just up until there. Then actually we can just snap it off of this, right? Yeah, there we go. And pull this down all the way as well. Just like so. There we go. And then we actually need another wall. Let me just quickly grab one and also take a sip of water. There we go. We'll need this wall to snap, because right now we can't snap another sloped wall onto this side, you know, of the other sloped walls. So we'll take a wall, just place it like this, and then snap the sloped walls to that. And that basically gives us this rotated square look right here in the middle, right? And we'll just have to repeat that 2 more times. So once at the top there, then we can pick up the wall with our structure pickup gun and repeat the same process over here. There we go. The snap point can be a bit hard to get with the wall, but it's okay. Just like so. There we go. I can place the wall back down here. And then we'll use the wood glass frontier thingy again right here. And then, yeah, we basically have these circular windows, and, you know, the view or the clarity of the glass isn't extremely high. As you can see, it's very kind of pixelated, kind of film grainy. But yeah, the windows aren't really here to look out, but more for just natural light to come inside. And yeah, this is just, you know, kind of a cool and different look to just normal plain windows. Yeah, that I kind of like. So yeah, we'll leave it there. All right, with the fancy looking sloped wall over there, we'll place down a small balcony over here. For that, we need some triangle ceilings. Oh, we actually... Oh, okay. Interesting. We need some pillar support down there. So let's quickly go down here. Just pick up this wall, I guess. Right? Yeah, there we go. And yeah, we have some pillars here. Let's just place them down right here. Is that already? I think that is connected to the ground already. So let's place down the wall again. Quickly check if that support is now here that we need. There we go. Yeah, perfect. There we go. And then we can place down some railings, just like so. And I actually need to pull a pillar again, because we do need 3 pillars up here as well. We'll just grab one. There we go. And then we'll switch the version to the stone beam, just like so. And then we'll continue with some sloped walls on the sides. Put some normal walls after those. Put another set of sloped walls and follow them up all the way like we did before for the roof, right? Just like so. There we go. Then next up, we'll place some quarter walls right here. Snap a normal wall. This is a bit tricky to get. There we go. So that, you know, the quarter walls are basically below the normal wall. And then snap 2 sloped walls. So man, all the snap points, there we go, just like that. And we'll obviously, you know, it doesn't snap onto the sloped wall here, so we have to snap it onto the quarter wall. There we go. This kind of interconnects right here, right? The structures. However, if we then use the frontier window thingies again, this will look like this. There we go. We basically have, it looks like 2 quarter window walls, but that obviously doesn't exist. And then, yeah, we have that half circle up here. Kind of cool. And also from the outside, it looks exactly the same. And yeah, we'll obviously, you know, switch those to normal frontier structures as well. But I'm just doing the windows as of right now. And then we actually need some shallow sloped walls right here. Oh, there we go. We had it. Nope, there we go. Like so. The snap point is kind of hard to get sometimes, just like that. Then we'll grab a... Is it the ramp corner? I don't think so. Is it the roof corner? Wait, is it the ramp? There we go. Yeah, it is the ramp corner. Just like so. And we basically have a tiny roof here for the balcony. It doesn't perfectly cover the balcony, but I kind of like it. It's kind of a different shape, you know, different than normal. And oh, that's a baby pteranodon that just landed here. Good day. I could put a railing down on top of the tiny roof that we did, just like down there, right, on the entranceway. But I think because we have the window right above it, that would look a bit weird. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. We do have 2 more sloped walls, and we can place them right down here. Struggling. There we go. Right there. Just to make it look like it's a bit better supported, you know. Yeah, that is basically our balcony over here. Now that we don't need to take the RG anymore to go upstairs, I'll try to get the snap point. There we go, just like so. For the circular stairs here. There we go. One more here, and that is it. We're up top. Then down here, I will also place down a... Where is it? There we go. Oh no, actually, I need another sloped thingy, a shallow sloped wall. There we go. And then we can place down the railing. There we go. And in the middle here, I'll place down some normal pillars that go all the way up. And 2 more like so. Exactly. Then we can also use a railing here. And can we also... Oh no, we'll just put another sloped or shallow sloped wall right here. The question is what orientation? Yeah, this looks better. There we go. And also another railing right here. There we go. And that is basically the staircase. Now, I'll continue with the roof here. And let me just switch to the roof. There we go. The same thing goes here, obviously. We'll kind of offset this, you know, by a quarter wall. And then we have that quarter piece offset again that we already had over there for the lower roof. And now, yeah, we can snap the roof onto the snap point. Actually, I think I can take this quarter stuff away right here, right? Yep, there we go. And just place down the quarter ceiling here. That way, you know, we have some more space here. I can't take this away because this is obviously the sloped wall, you know, that is the structural thingy for the entire roof. So yeah, this obviously has to stay. And I don't think it's that much of an inconvenience, you know, having it here. I mean, we don't use the space anyways, and it doesn't, you know, we don't hit our head. So yeah, doesn't interfere, in my opinion. Looks okay. And yeah, now let's do the same on the other side. Fill up this roof. Then we'll also add some windows to the whole base. Oh yeah, and before we move on, I can actually just quickly show you in photo mode how that looks like from down here. As you can see, we can see the sloped wall right here. That is what the whole roof is basically supported on. And on this side over here as well. There we go, it's right there. But yeah, I mean, it's not really noticeable until you get underneath the roof, like right here, right? But yeah, also from the sides, I mean, it looks okay to me. Yeah, you know, that's basically just needed to support the roof with that offset, and also the thingies, you know, the quarter walls that basically come out here, out of the wall. I don't know. I don't think they're that big of an inconvenience. Yeah, I think it's okay. So yeah, let me just continue the roof and then we will work on some windows. All right, now to get the windows going, what we need are some triangle roof pieces right here. And we'll basically just place 3 like that. So 1 up here and then 2 on top of that. And yeah, this will kind of give us this nice roof window thingy, if you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, we'll repeat that over here as well, just like so. Yeah, we'll do that on the other side quickly as well, and on the other roof as well, actually. So yeah, I just need to remove some normal roof pieces there. But yeah, for this side, it's the exact same, just like so. And 3 more. There we go. Now, let me just drop down here onto this side. And then we will remove... I just quickly have to double check these 2 ceiling pieces here. And those 2. There we go. And do the exact same on the other side. These 2, leave 1 out. And take these 2 away as well. And now, yeah, we'll do the same here. Place down these roof corners. There we go. And it looks like this down here. Exactly. Then we can do the same thing on the other side and actually apply the skin already for the roof, because there are some windows as well in that skin, which we'll use just to give it some more details, I guess. And the skin we're going to use is the steampunk structure skin right here. And we'll use that for every roof piece. That is not a roof piece. Yeah, let me just get this to every roof piece and then we'll be back. All right, there we go. We have the steampunk roof skin here, structure skin. And in the middle, right here, 1 roof higher up above, we'll just place down the window variant, right? I believe, yeah, that's the only variant for this roof. And yeah, this just adds a little window, which is quite cool. And yeah, just really adds a bit of detail. We'll do that on the other side of as well, of course. There we go. And then go up to the other roof. And oh, I actually missed 1 piece there with the structure skin. There we go. And place down the variant on this roof piece right here and over here, and then on the other side as well. Yeah, there are holes here in the roof, and those are left on purpose because, and I'm not sure about this anymore, I thought of doing or just putting greenhouse roofs in here just for some more natural light, but I don't know if I like it that much. And I mean, we don't have greenhouse structures yet anyways, right? We would need some more crystal and cementing paste for that. So yeah, I feel like for the moment, I'll just, you know, put normal roofs up here. There we go. There's also a Pteranodon friend. And yeah, if we have greenhouse structures after, and we can, you know, still test it out. But yeah, for the moment, that is what it looks like. And I also have some more sloped walls that we'll place inside. There we go. We have to flip it around inside the thing here. And then we'll use the frontier skin once again with the window version for that half circle thingy. There we go. I really like this version, or this variant, I guess, structure skin variant. Just, I don't know, just looks cool, you know, adds a bit of detail. And yeah, also some natural light actually, right? Because some more natural light can flow into our base. And now, yeah, I'm just gonna repeat that for every roof window thingy that we have. All right, that is the roof completed. We have those window roofs thingies with the frontier sloped window walls in between, and then also just some railings, or 2 railings actually on top of those. Yeah, and then obviously the small steampunk roof window thingies in here. Do they even give any light? You know, do they bring any light into the base? A tiny bit. You can see it there. But yeah, not really much. And yeah, that is basically the roof. All right, now to add some more light down here, we'll actually take out those 4 walls and those 4 walls right here. And basically just do the same. Actually, maybe we'll need a wall. Let's drag that to the hotbar as well. There we go. And basically just do the same rotated square thingy again, right, for the circular windows. Do that again here and over there as well. Okay, now all that is left is basically just adding some details, like some railings right here, like so. And then below the quarter walls, there we go, there's a snap point as well, just like this. And yeah, we'll obviously put a structure skin on that as well. I'll do that all in the end. Oh yeah, I'll also move the storage box in here just so you don't have to crouch every time. And now next up are the pillars. And we have a lot of pillars because we need a lot of pillars, obviously. And we'll start right here, one wall after the window thingy, and place down some here and on the other side as well, right here. And then also in the corners of this bigger kind of part, you know. So we'll place down some pillars right there and on the other sides here as well, of course. And then obviously we will not forget to continue them downwards, basically here on the inside, as you can see, just like down here, and here in the corner as well. All right, now that the pillars have been placed, we can go ahead and do the ramps and stair thingy. Actually, we could use some more sloped walls for underneath the stairs, obviously. Sometimes it doesn't work. Let's see if they can... Yeah, okay, here it works. It doesn't work if there's not enough space. Like, let's say the ground here comes up to this point right here, you know, then only this square would be visible, or square, a triangle, I mean, from the sloped wall. And then, you know, it won't work. It basically won't allow a snap point. Yeah, if it's too far in the ground, I guess. And here I do wonder, should we put a ramp or stairs? I feel like the ramp... No, actually, it's okay. Yeah, let's place down a ramp. I was about to say it comes out too far, but maybe... I mean, this is kind of for creatures, you know, if I want to bring them inside, and it just looks better with ramps for creatures. Yeah, let's just leave it like that for a moment and quickly get some more sloped walls. Let's get like 12 going, then we have enough. And yeah, here we'll obviously use the, what's it called, the shallow sloped wall. So let's get that. Can we? Oh yeah, okay, we can snap that onto here. There we go. And then just put a wall beneath it here as well, even though we can't really see it. Now, question is, can we snap it onto here? No, exactly. That's what I was talking about. You see that? We can snap it upwards, but not downwards like that, like how we want it. Yeah, because it's obstructed. But that's okay. I mean, it's barely visible that there's some space left there. And on this side, yeah, on this side, we don't even see the ramp here because it's all the way in the ground. And yeah, I mean, we can't really see that hole there unless we really look for it. So that's okay. Let's just place down a wall here. And oh yeah, I totally forgot about the railings, obviously, that will also place. If I could get the snap point, there we go. Oh no, now here comes the second thing with the railings. Yep, because the ramp is all the way in the ground, we actually can't get the snap point here. Yeah, and we can only get the snap point, hello there, Pteranodon, that follows from this railing, and it's only the straight one that we can choose. That's a bit annoying. What about over here? I mean, the straight one obviously looks horrible. What looks better? If we have 3 railings on one side and just 2 on the other, like so. Or if we just have 2 railings on both sides. And, you know, there's a bit of ramp still there without a railing. I like this one here a bit more. We'll leave it like that for the moment. And I mean, we can still change it, you know. Oh, yeah, we actually didn't place railings here. Let me just fix that. There we go. And then last but not least, oh, we actually need some more ramps here. All right, now over here, we'll use some stairs. However, because we have that offset here of the quarter wall, you know, the snap points won't sit flush with the pillar here that we have. We could place it down like so, And then the railings, let's just quickly see how that looks like. The stairs are basically a quarter too wide on both sides. We could do it like so, or we could pick it back up again and use a quarter ceiling. Let's just jump up here, pick this up for just a moment. There we go, quarter ceiling on here. And then actually let me place the stairs first. Can we get a snap point? Maybe I need to jump down. There we go, that is it. That's the side I wanted exactly. Then we can place them or snap them onto the other stairs, place down the ceiling again. There we go. And now, yeah, we can place the railings like so and just have it, you know, flush to the pillars. Yeah, I like it a lot more. Now, here's the deal. If we have the steampunk structure on both the ceiling and the quarter ceiling, we have this annoying flicker going on. And yeah, I also tried having the frontier wood skin on this quarter ceiling, but you can see like the frontier wood sticking through the steampunk wood in some places. So yeah, I also tested out with some skin variations over here, but the easiest option is to just accept defeat and place down some more quarter ceilings so that it makes sense regarding the skin pattern. So yeah, let's just craft up some more and yeah, just do it that way. And there we go. That is the entire floor with the structure skins. And I have to admit, I don't even mind the quarter pattern here. And then, you know, the full ceiling skin. I feel like it's like a nice entry way, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't mind it. And then, yeah, on the outside here, we just have the steampunk wood. And in the middle, the frontier wood. I kind of like it like that. All right, after a long time of just copying skins, this is how it looks like now. Obviously, the roof has been the same or stayed the same. Here, the entrance, we have a great mix of some steampunk and some frontier structure skins. I basically went with, or especially for the railings, if it's outside, I'm using steampunk, so the metal thingy. And if it's on the inside, I'll use the frontier railing skins. So yeah. And also I added this foundation skin, kind of, you know, steampunk skin, just so it would look a bit more solid, if you know what I mean. Because I felt like wood all the way to the bottom, just, I don't know, didn't feel right. And then, yeah, here for the balcony, we have that nice window. And yeah, I also made the support sloped or shallow sloped walls here out of steampunk structure skins. It just looks a bit more solid. And yeah. Once we go inside, we have the staircase here that is also steampunk. But as I mentioned, the railing here, frontier, the wood with the steampunk on the outside and the frontier wood on the inside. And the same pattern for the floor, for the upper floor. So yeah, that is how the structure part of the base looks like. We have some nice lighting in here. Yeah, even without the greenhouse ceilings or roofs that I wanted to go with from at the beginning. But yeah, I'd say it's plenty of light. And speaking of light, we will also add some lamps right here on the edge or the corner of the roof. The same right here for each of those windows. And, you know, of course, just around the base a bit, surely here for the entrance as well. We don't even have a fabricator yet. So yeah, we'll do that once we have that. And can actually craft some lamps. And yeah. Then the exit here looks like that. And all in all, I have to say it turns out pretty good. I'm happy with it. We have lots of space to work with. And as I already mentioned in the beginning, we will, you know, build some other structures for some other purposes, you know, so maybe a breeding and mutation pen or a taming pen and a greenhouse and maybe even like a polymer farm, you know, with some Kairukus. So yeah. We still have lots of space here as well, you know, to build some more structures and maybe also like a wall with a behemoth gate. I don't know, for some more security. Yeah, we'll see about that. All right, I've moved everything from our starter hut into our new base now. We have some water that we've connected down to the river. Just our storage boxes, a thingy for what you call it, blueprints. Here's our crafting area for the moment. Of course, you know, fabricator and stuff is all missing. We don't have that yet. And once we go into this direction, obviously we have lots of space here. So I think we'll just place our big electronic devices like a fabricator, grill, industrial cooker, etc. We'll place it here. And then, yeah, once we go upstairs, we can already hear the music that is coming from the piano right here. We have some mannequins for some loadouts. We have a sad bed in the corner. We have a tiny desk here with a treasure chest. We have our preserving bin. And then over here we have a war map. That is us on the balcony. And when I open the store here, we have our dino storage for the dino balls, right? Hopefully this will obviously be filled up a bit. And yeah, I would like to do some plant pots, or like more than one plant pot, you know, for some greenery in here. However, 50 cementing paste is quite expensive for where we are right now regarding the progress. So yeah, I'll do that at a later point. And yeah, maybe also find some other more decorations. And yeah, so that was our building or base building episode. Let me know in the comments for sure, what do you think of our base? Do you have any improvement ideas, any feedback? Would you have done something different? Or just in general, do you like it? Do you not like it? And yeah, thanks a lot for being here. I hope you enjoyed this building episode, and I hope to see you again in the next one as well. Have a nice day.